the bumps I've been paving the road. I go to sleep, go major. Silver too, but I've been playing for gold. The metal keep close range. I cleaned up, still dangerous. Can't change West Philly raised. Wake up, shot calling. Pay what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but...
This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're 10 miles south of downtown LA as you get a look inside SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Hope your Thanksgiving was great. A little dessert left. One more, and this one should be a good one. Off we go on EA Sports. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Herbert on the bootleg. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd.
The bullshit about that is they try to let him cut in front of me.
Tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure.
Probably would have if I ain't fucking click on him.
All game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack and set up a 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. That's a gain of 18 yards. And he's fighting and trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. In motion, it's Jefferson. At the 46-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. That'll be enough for a 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate
I gotta let my dogs out.
Pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And the Chargers are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's a run. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Now here's second and goal. They'll go with him again. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, L.A. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes a return from the end zone. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. So they come to the line for first down and 10. First carry for Joe Mixon. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the gun, here's Stroud. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Catch made, that's Pittman. And he's going to have the first down.
The crazy thing, I didn't mean to damn. He called me trying to
Good
quit.
conversion on 3rd down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Here we go. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Now Stroud. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
This throw right side, moved in by Pittman. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back. for a loss of yards.
This one oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Chargers have it. Wow, you think you have moved it down the field with a terrific passing catch, but got to finish the play, and on the turnover, the defense takes over.
You work so hard, Mike, to execute the play the way it's designed, and you come up with a huge, explosive play in the pass game, only to then lose it because of poor ball security. That's exactly what we saw here. Give credit to the defense forcing that ball out, but it's a shame that it came at the end of what was a big offensive play.
About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive...
And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack. So, 1 quarter in the books on this Thanksgiving night. The Chargers out to the early lead. We're back in Southern California in a moment. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Pistol here for Herbert. He'll push it downfield. This one for Kittle. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Texans are going to have it. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line. First and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
In motion comes Pittman. Stroud to throw here on first down. Open man downfield. It's Pittman. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have first and goal. He'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. Second and goal. Second and goal. Again, it'll be Mixon. And he's in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Texans. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Texans will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. He'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Shotgun now for Herbert. And that receiver was Justin Jefferson. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Danielle Hunter, pass rusher extraordinaire, in action again. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, running left, it's Mixon. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Putting the tight end in motion. On 1st down, they keep it on the ground, and they keep it with Mixon. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Two minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. Back with more of this Thursday opener after this. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They send the tight end in motion. Stroud quickly out to Collins. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the 1st down. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll try to sneak it here. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1. Here's Stroud. Trying the right side, taken in by Collins. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
One more flip. It's security.
They'll run out of the gun with Mixon. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
In motion now, it's Collins. Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
We'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6. Tight end going in motion here. From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. He's got it at the 3. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. Oh, 2 yards from 6 points. It is 1st down and goal. Quick throw, taken in. To the goal line and in. Brevin Jordan. Touchdown, Houston. Fairbairn good on the point after. And the Texans will move out to a 14-7 lead. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. So Kittle comes in motion. On play action. Now Herbert. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. The Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Open man downfield is Kittle. That one good for 26 yards.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
That is caught. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half. But everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock. And they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
So, a new ball game. We are all tied. Final moments of this first half as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. All right, Coach, second half.
Needed that shit.
Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports.
I need it here.
Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter
Come on,
number
Derek.
3.
We're going to cause a fumble out here.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
You gotta shake this shit off. That's goddamn cold.
first down, they'll start with Mixon.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll go right back to Mixon. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
And just like that, you go from 2nd and inches, where you think it's pretty much a given that you're going to move the chains, to now finding yourself in 3rd and 2 or 3. Great job by that defense. This completely changes this possession.
And he will score. Brevin Jordan, touchdown Texans. 2nd touchdown for him in the game, number 14 on the year. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball
is he supposed to be recording stuff?
30-yard line.
Put that camera up.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground and pick up 3 or maybe 4. Derek Stingley Jr. off the edge makes the tackle. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. He's inside the 35. The speed on display. He's in. Touchdown Chargers. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Point after now from Dicker. It's up and through. And the Chargers will even the score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Going to return this from the 10. Oh, yeah. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game. He takes a big shot there on that return. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. In motion comes Pittman. On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And this will be a Texans 1st down as he gets this up past the 35.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big game, and he picks up the 1st down.
Open man, that's Collins. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Here's a give running left with Mixon. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes. A 2nd down throw for Stroud. Got a man left side. It's caught. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
Goddamn playing like some shit, cuz. Wake up. That's my pick right there. That nigga threw the ball straight to me.
They find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Here come the RPO.
From the 1-yard line, first down and goal.
Might be a run.
In motion now, it's Collins. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. Ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. They'll run the sneak. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. C.J. Stroud. Touchdown, Houston. Fairbairn able to add the extra point. And the Texans go up by 7. 28-21. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And it'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. Osa Odigizua there on the tackle. 4th quarter coming up here on Thanksgiving night. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. Here's a 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And some good running there. That's a first down. Up to the 43. So Kittle comes in motion. They're going to motion the tight end over here. On play action, it's Herbert.
He wouldn't stop, cuz I didn't want to throw it to him. He wouldn't stop.
Chase down, force the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Here's a run going left. And you get them 5 yards closer.
You hold on to the
Third
block.
down
That's
coming
it.
up. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he will work this down to the 43-yard line, and that is enough for a first down. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here.
Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, but they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're
so you
able
get
to
to the
pick up
outside,
enough
that's
for
over.
the first down.
They'll stay on the ground. And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 5 yards. Now a handoff running right. And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to have the first down yard.
I would, but shit, I ain't want to fucking risk it. Just get the first.
On a new set of downs. First down picked up. We'll try the right side this time.
Does he not think I'm going to score or something? Though? Oh, he think he going to get a field goal.
2nd and 6.
You know, got to put the ball in there.
Now a give on the ground. Finding space at the 15. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, LA. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game.
Man.
The kick is good.
I thought I missed that motherfucker. Nah, fucking with you.
Here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's first down. Stroud. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Here's Mixon. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
On 2nd and long. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll drop to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time. Play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
A massive play here. Late, tie game, 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stroud. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. The clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Possibly the play of the game right here. It is 4th down.
Yes, sir.
Whistles look like the right side got an early jump there. Let's check the flag. So, on 4th down, on comes Tommy Townsend to punt for Houston. Important punt here in this tie game late. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
I think it's clear, Mike. I think they have their sights set on winning this game in regulation. I don't think overtime is even in the picture. They're trying to be aggressive, continue to move this ball down. Can they find a way to pull this game off here late in the 4th quarter?
Throwing on 1st down is Herbert.
Hey, did he fucking... Hey, what was that?
It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure
What kind of blitz was that?
time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Okay. Can he move him in motion?
Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the game. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. In motion, it's Jefferson.
Zone.
Now Herbert throwing on 2nd down. And that one
Wait.
It's
Open. You wait.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
A lot riding on this play. Tie game, final minute, 3rd down. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side.
They still have that timeout in their back pocket, so they can still throw the ball anywhere on the field. They've got to generate a chunk play, call timeout, and either try a long field goal or just chuck it deep into the end zone.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here. And they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The pressure intensifies for 4th down and 3. They'll go for it. It's Herbert. And he's going to have the Chargers first down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on fourth down.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for fourth down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
Again, they'll throw with Herbert. He'll get this into the hands of his running back.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
So here is Cameron Dicker. Dicker, the kicker, in a big spot. This to win the game.
I'm gonna let it go at 20.
That's long enough, and it's good! On target from long range. So this one is over. It's in the win column for the Chargers. And they will get a little extra time to enjoy it on this holiday weekend as they get the job done here on Thanksgiving. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chargers are winners here as we say so long from SoFi.
Mmm.